Hello and welcome to this quick review of Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. I've been looking to sort of make some of these videos, discuss some of the games I'm playing, and I thought this was a good starting point. It's going to be a quick video on a relatively quick game. So let's talk about this. The presentation of this game is awesome. You play as a detective, and it's kind of like this old school film noir movies as a duck detective, and you have to go and solve a crime. One crime only in this one. And yeah, it looks great. Like the music is nice, the graphics, like it's fine, simplistic, but gets the job done. The dialogue is really good as well, and there's like these loading screens when you go and exit one area to another, and they have these duck facts. Half are real and half are just really funny stuff. They'll be like, fun fact: there are 0 ducks on the moon, and you're like, yes, but cool. I like it. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, there's a really good sense of humor to the game, especially the main characters. And everything is voice acted. Like all the characters you interact with in this game, there's voice acting in it, so you get a sense of personality. And because there's only like 7 other characters, 6 or 7, I'm not quite sure. You don't, you get like some decent amount of character not development, but like interactions with them. So I like that. And the story is pretty solid as well. You go in for like a small case and sort of gets bigger and bigger, and it's very enjoyable. Like the game is fun. The story you're told is a good story, and the gameplay it goes in that like 6 level. It's like 6. It's solid to good. What you do is you go around, you get clues, and the clues give you keywords, like words that you get. Like you talk to someone, he's like, well, I went to lunch, and then like lunch is bolded, and you're like, okay, I can use lunch later to solve a riddle, or like a word puzzle. There'll be like a bunch of empty, like there'll be sentences with a bunch of missing words you have to put in to get a clue. And finding the clues is cool. Talking to people is nice, and you get the words and you put them in the clue. That's okay. But a lot of times, because you don't know what the sentence is gonna be, you're not sure what it's about. So there are a couple of times where I thought it was about like something this direction. It's like, no, you're wrong all the way. You're trying to think of one clue, but it was actually something else. So that was a little annoying, but it was fine. Like the gameplay again is solid. This is not a gameplay game. It is more of a story game when you want to go into it. And that's going to go to, like I mentioned, a lot of the good stuff, the solid. Now we're going to 2 of the flaws in the game, I'd say. The first one is that gameplay. I touched on it a little bit just now, but you can brute force yourself through a lot of these word puzzles, because you get all the words, you fill it up, and it tells you, oh, you have 3 mistakes in the sentences. So you can switch, and then it's like, oh, you have 2 mistakes. You're like, I got that one. That word's right now. Which isn't like fine. It's good because it's like doesn't frustrate you so much that you have to keep like, you have to consult a guide. You can sort of brute force if you have an idea, but it's also shows that maybe that there's a better way to do these. It wasn't the best way to solve puzzles. And then we're going to go to the bigger flaw, which is that this game is short. It is very short. No joke. You can buy this game and finish it in that demo time. I think Steam gives you like 2 hours, so you can finish it in that time and refund. I don't recommend doing this. That's like, if you enjoy the game, support the people who made it. But that's how short it is. So if you sit and you can just play it for like an afternoon, you can be done with it. Maybe like 2 hours. So it's really nice, and I enjoyed my time with it, but I can't recommend it at full price. I think $10 or £10 or €10 is a bit much for a game I'm only going to be playing once, because it's a story game and I'll know the ending, and it's so short. So there's like these 2 things don't go, and the gameplay is not like wow. If you have other people who might enjoy it and you share an account, I think it's worth it then. But in general, it's great if it's half off, which is when I bought it. Otherwise, I can say it's like wait for sale. There are like games as good that give you more content. And that's really it. One thing I want to add is that this is a great game to play with you if you have like young kids or siblings, because it's very like clean, but it's very witty and funny as well, which is a nice balance. I have a son, he's like 4, so I always think to myself, what am I going to play with him when he grows up? This is like a perfect game for that. So Duck Detective, solid game, well worth buying at a discount. But if it is on discount, buy it. You'll do yourself a favor. It's very enjoyable. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you very much.